Hey, sweet souls, it's DTO in the flow, wanting you to know about this amazing program that two of my soul brothers are going to be launching and sharing with you. And before that, recognize that this is a live streaming podcast. So you can comment, ask a question, you can share, help us out with those algorithms, put your favorite emoji. And as always, you can check me out at dtomusic.com. And I am live streaming from Embody, Costa Rica. We are a wellness and retreat center in the Central Valley of Costa Rica. Beautiful space. Come and see what Himalaya and myself are offering. And today is about creativity and these amazing soul brothers from other mothers. We all met each other originally in San Diego. Kiyoshi resides in Michigan. I am in Costa Rica. Adam is in California. And so I'm grateful that we get to have this in all different places and spaces. So without further ado, let's bring on Kiyoshi and Adam. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the invite, DTO.
Of course. I just noticed your beanie matches this accent wall that the Himalaya chose this color. So it's good. There's some synchronicity, some flow going on here.
There it is.
All right. So this is a 5Q interview. So we're going to do a collective drum roll before we kick it off. Okay. All right. Question number 1, gentlemen. What is your origin story with creative expression?
Kick it off, Adam.
Oh, you want me to kick it off, huh? I guess I have to be creatively expressive in this answer. I was born creative. I think it's my natural state. When I was a kid, I remember I used to get gifts on the holidays or my birthday. And one particular birthday, I had like $500 worth of gifts just like on my floor. And the only thing I was interested in was the boxes that it came in and the pads of paper. And I just wanted to write stories and create. And I would do that. I would draw like really good for like a 4-year-old or 5-year-old, but really poor looking artwork, cartoons, and tell stories, which in my adult life became improvisations and movies and TV shows and TV scripts. So that was my origin story into the creative process. And yeah.
Awesome. All right. We're going alphabetical order. Kiyoshi.
All right. Yeah. So when I was little, my dad was a music teacher actually for many years. So I grew up first learning how to play the guitar at an early age, at the age of 8. I was also in the church, so we sing a lot. I listened to a lot of my, family members' music that they were playing. My mom's Pacific Islander, so she would play some of her music. My dad's a jazz band and marching band director, so I'll hear a lot of that. I'd be dancing a lot. I mean, there was so much creativity in music in the household. So that took played a major role in who I became. And later on, I got into hip hop and rapping. There's a lot of hip hop that my brother used to play, and just seeing people immersed in that culture really impacted me. So so that's pretty much a gist of my origins in terms of creative expression.
Amazing. And we share that same calling out of having a parent that's a music teacher. So it's in our blood, exactly. Right? When you grow up, you got it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Adam, why is it important to teach others?
Wow, that's a pretty deep question. I look at creativity and I look at play in general, and I find creativity a form of play. That's our natural state. And we live in a world where we're disconnected from that. We have adult responsibilities and we don't always make time to play or reconnect with that natural state and who we are, because we get burdened by adult responsibilities and jobs and relationships and mortgages and maybe health challenges. And by the time most of us are full-blown adults, there's very little time most of us play. And retapping into that creative expression and into that creativity, it reconnects us with that magical part of who we are in life, that imagination, the innovation. It's the charge. I like to say, in your friendships and relationships, one of the key things that pulls people apart is when we stop playing together. And our friends and our partners, you know, when we first meet our, you know, maybe a romantic partner, we're in that excitement of play, like we're dating and courting and flirting. And a lot of times as we get deeper into a relationship, we stop doing that. We get a little disconnected. We, in some ways, take each other for granted. Like we stop going on dates maybe, or, you know, whatever happens, we get into our ruts. And reconnecting into that play, into that excitement, like resparks ourselves. And when you respark yourself, it flows into all your relationships. And it's just a really important part to reconnect with who you are in so many different levels. And I can talk about that for hours, and I won't right now. So.
All right, thank you. Kiyoshi, what about teaching others?
Yeah, we all have something to share, and I feel like it's important to teach others because, yeah, there's always room to grow. There's always room to learn. I feel like in terms of creative expression, it's very therapeutic in many ways. So we can learn how to learn more about ourselves and then also connect and express, which is all medicinal in so many ways. So it's all a win-win all the way around. It's my short answer.
Love it. Yeah. And I know both of you as teachers, I remember when we shared that collab space in San Diego. Adam, I remember we shared that office area, and lots of people came in and got to, you know, be self-expressed. And I love the fact that I got to see you in that role of greeting people, welcoming people, holding that space, that container. And of course, Kiyoshi had been a part of some of your online rap coaching opportunities to support with some of the production, digital marketing. So I get to see you shine, and it's amazing. So drum roll again here. What's the program? Boom. We got it. It's here. Igniting your creative fire. So
yeah.
Adam,
you want me to
tell us about this.
Are we still going alphabetical? Are we still doing the alphabetical thing?
A then K.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, Igniting Your Creative Fire is a program that's a collective life's worth work from Kiyoshi and I. You know, Kiyoshi and I have both been performers, him on a really large scale, and in terms he's a renowned hip hop artist, and me in the comedy world, I direct and write for TV and film, and just we've both been performers. Me personally, I've gone through so many like confidence challenges throughout the course of my life regarding performing and regarding all these different areas. And we put together so many life hacks that kind of jumpstart what we've gone through and what I've been doing for the last 20 years professionally, and connecting that into a community that uses creative expression. So it's something that we use the creative projects as tools to help people gain that greater level of confidence in their professional and personal lives. And that involves games and improvisation and vocal flow and brain science activities, very collaborative community-based stuff, and put it together in a program that's a 3-month program. Kiyoshi, do you have anything that you would like to add to that?
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Adam. Yeah, like Adam said, this is our life's work. We're giving you the hacks, the tricks, the tips, tools, techniques, strategies, methods to be able to step more into that confidence space, that space that we've learned to, navigate and move through more so in our lives. We're still learning this, right? Like there's always room to grow, and there's areas where I'm like, oh snap, being pushed against tension and resistance is just training those muscles to keep moving forward so that we can find more success, more joy, and more transformation. So these are the things that we're lending and offering and supporting and guiding other people in ways that have helped us tremendously. Like, we're not doing this just because, all right, let's create another course. Like, no, this is what we enjoy doing. This is our passion, and it's what we live. And so a lot of the work that I do individually and Adam work and the work that Adam does individually, there's a lot of overlap. So that's why it just naturally makes sense for us to teach people these skills in terms of creative expression, play, flow, freestyling, music, acting on the fly.
Really fun. Really fun.
Creativity and confidence. Those are the things. That's it.
That's amazing. Well, that's what students are probably going to get out of this, right? That creativity, that confidence. So if you have any personalized stories, anecdotes of people that have taken your courses that have had results, and what are the common words and themes that people share with you once they've experienced your work? Is it they feel lit up, they feel confidence, they feel creative, they start writing plays, scripts, creating music, painting? Like, what are some typical stories that you hear from people? So for anyone out there listening and watching right now, like they can maybe anticipate what kind of outcomes they would get by joining this course.
Absolutely. So I like to share the analogy of when you go to the gym and you're doing a bicep curl and you're doing your bicep curls, your biceps aren't getting strong just when you're doing bicep curls. Your muscles are getting strong for anything that you use your biceps on. And the same thing with this, when you're using creativity, we're helping people get to the source of limiting beliefs and even some trauma and what's like blocking us from living our potential. I define confidence, and this is helping us get to the other end of confidence. And I define confidence, or a lack of it, is any area in our lives where we're playing small, not living to our potential. And this shows up differently for everybody. So for some people, it might show up as a form of negative body image, or it might show up in their relationships, or it might show up in their career, or fear of making a mistake. So when people experience this, they'll notice these tremendous breakthroughs in a very short amount of time. So it could be something clicks immediately, and all of a sudden they have the self-worth to start a business they always wanted, or write a book that they've been talking about for 5, 10, 15, 20 years and never pushed forward. Or I had one student who was a very, very shy male in his late 20s. And he's like, Adam, I'm here because I'm too shy to talk to girls. And he was talking really softly like this. And something clicked immediately. And 2 weeks later, he came into the group and he's like, Adam, I have 4 dates with 4 different women. And he wasn't bragging. It was just something clicked, and he had the confidence to express his voice and express his truth and stand up in what he really wanted to do. And that was in his personal life. But people will come in and they'll have experiences. They'll finally feel more comfortable to talk on camera, or they'll feel comfortable going after a job they really loved, or they'll feel comfortable finally performing on stage or singing a song, writing a book. It really manifests very uniquely for everybody. And in this actual course, it's the same training that I personally use and Kiyoshi uses, and to help celebrities or professional athletes or executives get that same sense of confidence in themselves.
I love that. So it sounds like not only in maybe someone's professional life to show up in a particular way, but I love how it's like someone's romantic life that this actually had amazing results. Yeah. How about you, Kiyoshi? Have you heard some great stories from people that have taken any of these types of courses that you've offered?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, on a musical creative expression level, it's a lot of first time songs being released. So people that have been wanting to know how to create something, they have an idea. They just need the push, the confidence, the drive, the guidance, structure, accountability. So having all that allowed a lot of clients I've worked with to actually actualize and manifest and create a song and just put it out there on Spotify, release it to their friends and family, the world, share that, you know, and really feel accomplished in many ways. So yeah, it can look like a song. It can look like, okay, I want to learn how to sing, even though I'm more of a rapper, and then they're singing more. Or it's like, I want to maybe do a little poetry, and then they're doing both. So there's a lot of surprises that come with clients that I've worked with. Like, oh, I didn't know I was going to be doing that. And like Adam says, you know, this confidence, newfound confidence and creative expression bleeds into other areas of our lives. So it could look like, you know, enhancement in relationships or your career, your work environment. Like, oh man, I didn't really stand up for myself. Now I'm able to speak my truth, and I can get that raise, or I can get this and feel respected. So yeah, it's so many examples I can give. Those are just some that come off the top of the head.
I love that. All right, question 5. We're already at the tail end here. So how can people connect with you? What's a great way for that?
So we're putting the website in the chat box. I don't know if you can share that.
Yep.
The improvforcompanies.com/igniting your creative fire. So that's the best way. There is contact information in that link. So if you just give them that link, and then there's info that if they need to directly reach out to us, they can do so there. Also on the IG, I see you're putting that for the people, Kiyoshi Music, and then Adam Rudder. Good ways people can contact us.
Excellent. Well, let's look at this for a moment here. We do have someone that just posted in the comments. Celeste said that realization as a gateway, right? Like if you're realizing that you get to be confident, you realize that there's this creative potential within you, then that can open up the whole doors. And then Celeste also wrote in con with Fidel. Sounds like something Latin going on there. I love it.
With Fidel. Okay. Yeah.
We're going to unlock that mathematical cosmic equation.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump into the website since we have it pulled up on the screen here. It's a 12-week course. It's a transformational journey. It starts this month, and it's for professionals, creatives to embrace confidence through creative expression, your best self. And this is definitely lots of yeses for me. Do you feel you are destined to do more with your gifts but don't know how? Absolutely. Are you looking to channel your creative energies to propel your professional life forward? Sí, por favor. Would creatively expressing yourself unlock greater happiness in your life? Yeah, I think it's all of our destiny, right? Love this photo. Love it. Love it. It shows the bliss, the joy, the connection to who people are when they truly embody their gifts in the world. Of course, I had to throw in the word body.
Right.
Yeah, ring the bell. Awesome. Yeah, and it looks like, as we all know, like there's a community of people we met in like a beautiful San Diego community. And now what I love about this is now available to anyone globally. Anyone can sign up for this.
Yes, sir.
And oh, here we go. We got some con is with,
right.
And then is the faith and the trust.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I agree that confidence is all about the faith and the trust.
Yeah.
Preach.
That's it.
Thank you for that, Celeste. Appreciate you. Yeah. And Celeste, actually, we met at a music festival and Flow. So it's like all about being in that creative expression.
Beautiful.
And
hey, DTO, I'm sorry to cut y'all off, but I have to actually honor my next appointment, so I have to get
Thank
going.
you for joining us, Kiyoshi. We're going to
appreciate it. Adam will stay on, y'all.
This is what we call improv right now.
Yeah, improv.
Thanks, Kiyoshi.
Right.
Much love.
Yeah. Later, brother.
All right. So you can see that the platform is going to be on Zoom. Is that correct?
It is Zoom, and it's really it's amazing. DTO is it's not like a normal Zoom. It's so interactive, and one of the most common things people say is this is so different than I expected. Like I forgot I was on Zoom because you are storytelling and moving and collaborating and creating, and like there's so many things that happen, and you foster these amazing connections that you will feel. People that take our courses have developed lifelong relationships with people, even on Zoom. And it's so interactive. It's really fun. So,
and I have so many faces here I recognize. If you're watching out there, I know that you know who I am, and vice versa. Yeah, Michael Canton, Karam, Eva, so cool. Scott, yeah, and it looks like there's that energy that everyone's sharing. So yeah, that's my invitation to everyone that's watching this either live or on the archive. Is you still get to come. You get to begin this journey February 21st. Here's the dates.
Yeah.
And yeah, and as Kiyoshi was mentioning, there's a way below here. I'm imagining to sign up, and you can look at all the details.
DTO, before you even get that, so we actually made this. We're offering a special array for your audience or anybody watching this. So with the 12 weeks. They get two coaches. They get one coach, me, and one coach, Kiyoshi, both in community with accountability and also privately. And normally our program costs $10,000, and we're giving it for only $3,250. So it's a tremendous offering for 3 months. So
that's amazing. That's very generous. Thank you for that. That sounds fantastic. Amazing. So my invitation to everyone out there that's feeling a yes and wants to simply look further into this is to go to the website, read more about the course description. You see it has 12 modules, and as Adam presented, the opportunity to not only work with him privately, but Kiyoshi as well, and to be with his amazing group container of energy that's going to inspire us and have us have that accountability, right, to move forward. There's Sahara Rose, there's Kiyoshi, course benefits, and you already spoke into that. Yeah, it's so much fun. Oh my gosh, I love that face. All the faces. So
you'll really tap into your silliness. It becomes the favorite day of the week because you're laughing and creating with people for 2 hours. And while you're doing that, it's a very playful way for personal development to happen, because your mind goes, oh, I'm just playing, I'm just creating, and it doesn't put the same walls up. But you're creating the same muscle memory, which is an amazing process.
Yeah, absolutely. No, there's ways that we get to transcend, location is only a temporary experience, right? We get to be present when we're even on this podcast right now, or you're in a class, in a course. So yeah, love all of what you're offering. So again, you just register now, go to the very bottom of the page, hit the red button, and go ahead and sign up. They make it really straightforward.
Yeah.
And I appreciate your energy, your time today, Adam, and
Likewise.
for creating such an awesome opportunity for people to be in connection. And yeah, any closing words, any final thoughts?
Oh, wow. I like to say that, my relationship with confidence is really helping people with their relationship with their own fear and their own anxiety. And I always say the things that are really easy for us right now, we're not really learning from. We've already either mastered that or it comes really easy. But it's the things that cause trepidation or challenge, those are where the growing opportunities happen. And I tell people the life hack is when you notice that something causes fear in you, and there's a difference between a fear of someone pointing a gun to you fear versus I feel like I'm supposed to move to Colorado, but I'm scared to do it. But when you recognize the fear, that's your sign that you should walk through it, because when there's fear and there's trepidation, that's where the growth happens. And the more the fear, the more the trepidation, the bigger the breakthrough on the other side is. And it's about what is our relationship with that fear, right? What is that relationship with, like most people, when they hit that growth edge, they run away, they numb themselves, they do everything but you don't grow. You can't run away from yourself. It's just going to keep manifesting in your life and look differently, but still have that. But can we walk through it? And to do that, it requires practicing and building the right muscles. It's learn how to make mistakes, be comfortable making mistakes, and learning to fail even, and learning to fail productively, because there's a right and a wrong way to fail. And all this requires trust with yourself, trust that you're learning the right skills. So it's redefining that relationship. So yeah, confidence is such a big part of life. So
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you leading people in that journey, and to encourage people and inspire people and have it be fun and playful. And I completely can relate to what you said in my own personal life. Anything that has been a challenge, and if I continue with commitment, with also accountability by having a mentor, having a program that holds me responsible, then anything's possible. You just go through those blocks, as the book The Artist Way talks about, the resistance, right? There's always that, am I supposed to do it? Am I not supposed to do it? And it's like, how do you make it happen despite of that, to really show up in the world in a powerful way? So thanks again for igniting creative fire.
Yeah, I love that you said Artist Way, by the way. So much of the work that we do is inspired by Julia Cameron and nonviolent communications, like this mix of it. And I love that you said that. So yeah,
absolutely. Appreciate you, Adam.
Thanks.
And big acknowledgement to you and Kiyoshi for offering this. And as I mentioned before, if anyone's interested, go directly to the website that you see below. And if anything, you can always follow both Kiyoshi and Adam on Instagram, send them a DM and join. All right. Thanks again, everyone. Thanks for watching. All right. Talk to you soon. Peace.